So now let's talk about how to get your hands set on the club. And what I mean by that is getting a proper grip. So how do we do that? So if you're a right-handed player, grab a 7-iron and stand up and just let it hang naturally to the left side of your body to where the club is soled perfectly to the ground. You're just naturally grabbing it. Now if you take a look at how am I gripping this with my left hand, if I open this up, we want to have the club run diagonally up through the fingers of our left hand. Really important to get it in our fingers. The tendency is to want to get it in a palm. We want it in our fingers. And then from there, we're going to turn our left hand to the right. Turn it to the right to where we can see 2.5 to 3 knuckles in that left hand, and the V that's formed between my left thumb and left pointer finger is pointing between my right ear and right shoulder. So now we have that left hand on there perfectly. So how do we bring that trail hand on? We're going to bring it in from the side. Same thing, we're going to be focused on gripping it in the fingers, not in the palm. And then once we add it on there, this V that's formed between these two fingers is going to point to the same place between this right ear and right shoulder. Now we have a very neutral grip. Now this is a great place to start as a beginner. It's just a neutral grip where it's going to lead to really good control of the club face. Now there's different variations that you can have. When I pull it up, this is an overlapping grip. As you can see, I overlap my right pinky over my left pointer finger. Now, this is the most popular grip on tour. It's a really great place to start, but if your hands are a little bit smaller, it can be harder to do this grip. So if your hand's a little smaller, I'd focus on the interlock grip, where you interlock right pinky and left pointer fingers. Now, this famously was a grip used by Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus, two greatest players of all time. So it could be a good place to start. And then lastly, you could experiment with a 10-finger grip. Now, this is really good if you struggle with a little bit of strength, maybe a little bit of an older player. This is going to give you a lot more strength. As far as how hard you want to grip the club, if 0 is extremely light, 10 is really strong, we want to be at about a 4 out of 10. Now, like I said, this is a very good neutral grip. A strong grip would be if we turn both of our hands to the right. Now, this is going to lead to a more closed, stronger club face, lead to a lower ball flight. As a beginner golfer, if you're going to err, I would err on a little bit of a strong, a little more to the right, but neutral, wonderful place to start. Now, a weak grip would be if we point everything more to the left, where this V is pointing more to my left shoulder. This is going to lead to a more open face and a higher ball flight. So we definitely want to avoid that as a beginning golfer. We want to start with neutral, which would be 2.5 to 3 knuckles in this left hand, V pointing to my right shoulder between the ear, or slightly stronger. So this is a great place to start. Big neutral grip as a beginner golfer.